Hello friends, welcome to our today's Spark session. In this series of Basics of Apache Spark, we are learning all the basic concepts in Apache Spark. And in this video, we will look into a Spark context and Spark session in Spark. We will use Scala as a programming language to understand these concepts. That being said, let us move on to our today's session. So what is Spark context and what is Spark session? When we are coding, we need to say that this is a Spark program and we need to inhale all the features that is available in Spark. For that, we need to create an object, and that is nothing but a Spark context or Spark session. In a simple words to say, Spark context or Spark session is nothing but an entry point to any Spark application. Spark session is introduced only in the Spark 2.0 and above versions. Prior to that, we have only Spark context which we need to create before every program. What is the disadvantage? Why we need a Spark session instead of Spark context? It's nothing but with Spark context we will only be able to create a RDD. If you need to use any additional features of Spark like data frames or else streaming or else related to Hive related things, then you need to create a separate context like Hive context, SQL context, streaming context, etc. Let us have a small example of this. So this few lines gives us how we create a Spark context and the SQL context in Spark version 1.6. So here you can see first we have to define a configuration and then here itself we will set an app name, and if we have any additional configurations we have to give it on the same line itself. After that we have to define a Spark context object, and then separately we have to define a SQL context object. So this is the way we have defined before Spark 2.0 version. And with Spark session, all Hive context, SQL context, streaming context, Spark context, everything is encapsulated inside the Spark session itself. Also with Spark session, the major issue of multiple users accessing the same notebook environment has also been addressed using the Spark session. Let us see how the Spark session is created in the interactive mode. I have opened the Anaconda command prompt, and here we will access the interactive mode usually by typing spark-shell for Scala, and we will use PySpark for Python. So let me execute it. The Spark session available as Spark. So here you can note in interactive mode each and every Spark Spark session as well as the Spark context got created automatically. So here again you can find the Spark context is available as SC and Spark session is available as Spark, and it is also running in a local mode. So by this way, in interactive mode it will automatically create a Spark session as well as the Spark context. And let me type Spark. So here you can find it is of Spark session, and let me again give SC. So this is Spark context. Let me give the Spark context which is inside a Spark session. So that will be like Spark.Spark context, and for SQL context it will be like Spark.SQL context. By this way you can find that like Spark session has a Spark context and SQL context being encapsulated inside it. So this is with respect to interactive mode, but in our real case scenario we are not going to use interactive mode and we will be using some IDE to code. So we have to have a Spark session initiated by our own itself. Let us see how we are doing that in our program. This is the length count program that we saw earlier in our channel. If you have missed that video, I will give it an I button. Please have a look into it. Here you can find in the second line we have initiated we have imported a package, and that package is nothing but a Spark session which is inside Spark.SQL. So this is the block where we have initiated a Spark session. How we initiate a Spark session? By using a builder method. We are defining it by Spark.Builder, and then we are also defining the other parameters like what is the mode, whether it is a local mode, yarn mode, or also a cluster mode. And then we are giving an app name, like this is a length count program, so I have given a length count, and we can define whether we need a Hive support or not. If we have enabled the Hive support, whatever the meta store that is connected with this Spark session will be able to access through this session. And finally, I am giving get or create. We can also define other config parameters by giving .config, and we can give whatever the config parameters that we need. We will have that for a separate session. So this is all about Spark session, and we can also initiate a Spark context which is inside the Spark session by using spark.sparkContext. That's it for now, guys. Hope you have understood the concept better. Please try to initiate the Spark session on your own program and try whether it is working fine or not. And let me know if you have any issues or concern over it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do subscribe to my channel, and also if you like this content, give a thumbs up signal. Thanks for watching, guys.